Okay. All right, so my name's Alicia, and welcome to the beginning of something good. First time doing this, so a bit nervous. I have been a teacher for 20 years, and I've recently decided to not renew my contract for the next year. I've worked at this wonderful small school for many years, and I very recently decided this is the time to do something different, and I'm trusting in God and His will for my life. I decided to create a YouTube channel with the encouragement of my husband. He's awesome. I think you're going to meet him. I think you're going to meet him sometime soon. My husband is smart, funny, intelligent, God-fearing man. He loves me. He's always coming up with new things to learn how to do. He's incredible. He's my best friend. This is going to be fun. I'm just going to be sharing what life entails right now as I'm figuring it out. I'm expecting to fail at some things, and that's just part of life. But the heart of this is, what do I value? What do I value? I'm a Christian. I'm a believer in Jesus Christ, and I believe in God the Father, and the Holy Spirit is our comforter. I believe that we each have something that God is wanting us to do, and we all have a purpose. I am excited for what's ahead, and I'm thankful that you're coming along with me on this adventure. It may look a little boring at times because it's going to be, quite honestly, a lot of stuff around the house, being out in nature, which I love. I hope to get my husband on here and learn how to do some stuff that he can teach me how to do. Seriously, I'm a little bit afraid of heights. So here we go. Let's go pick some strawberries. Hi. So, why strawberries? Well, for me, it started a long time ago, back in the 1980s. When I was a little girl, my family, we had a small garden. There was a small garden patch. Oh my gosh, a small strawberry patch. I don't remember slugs though back then. It's funny how you remember just the fruit and not the slugs. But anyway, alas, when I grew up, I decided I wanted to start growing strawberries. In fact, around like 2020, exactly 2020, I decided I'm home a little bit more now. I think I might need to get outside and do something, and I have always wanted to have a garden. In fact, it's really been a dream of mine for a long time. I started little by little, and eventually I do now have a strawberry patch. a strawberry patch. Wonderful. It's starting to grow a lot of fruit, and as you can see, there are lots of strawberries. It is late April right now, and the fruit are already turning red. In fact, I am going to see if I can pick some today. Just wanted to rekindle just the nostalgia of, you know, being a kid and being free in the summer and running outside barefoot, probably no sunscreen on, and picking some strawberries. And I will never forget the smell, the fragrance, the pure, I don't know, just the top notes I feel. The strawberries, you can't beat a fresh strawberry, especially one from your own garden, especially when they're kind of warm still. I like those. Here's my strawberry patch, but I've been noticing that the problem is there are lots of slugs that love the strawberry patch. And I've done a little research just this morning about why that is. And apparently the slugs just really enjoy the perfect microbiome, or the perfect environment that has been created by these wonderful plants. And it's a moist environment. They like the berries, and there's a lot of protection and areas where they can maneuver and hide. They really need a moist environment. I can't say moist enough. That's what they like. That is why they are attracted to the strawberries, and that is why, well, we want to enjoy them before they get to them. That's why we need a solution, and that's what I'm here to do. All right, here's a quick little just a little tour, and oh, there was a little, I don't know if you can see that one right there. Can you see it? Oh, there it is. That is what I'm talking about. These little guys are now going to be everywhere. They found a home that they love. Whoops, let me try to get you in focus. They found a home that they love. They found food. Why wouldn't they come here? I mean, can you imagine? But look at this guy. This, you know, is probably, I'm not an expert, maybe a day away from picking it, but look at all these other green fruit that I've got. Okay, so here they are, just lying there, and I did not put straw down to protect them and keep them up off the ground, which I know you're probably supposed to do. I'm a little bit of a lazy gardener at times. Most of the time, and I do need to do some weeding in here probably too. But anyway, as you can see, this bed is pretty full of some good fruit that should be good in the next, you know, few days. But we already found one slug, and where there's one, well, there's bound to be more. So I'm going to teach you today how to set up a simple, I don't even know what it's called. It's just a cup of beer that I'm going to bury into the ground somewhere in the middle here. And what will happen is the slugs are attracted to the yeast in the beer, and they will go toward that instead of all these delicious berries. Let's go do it. Okay, I'm going to aim for right about here, where there aren't any, obviously any plants that are nearby. You don't want to make your slug traps where they're like really, really tight in with all your good fruit, actually. So they need to be near the strawberries, but not like right up against where the strawberries would be hanging down. So pick a spot and pick a favorite shovel. Mine is this spade. I like it because it's just about the exact right shape of the container that I'm going to bury. Is dig a hole so that your container can be, almost fell in. So the top of the container will be like right up against, level with the ground. So I decided to use a large yogurt container. You could probably use something smaller, and even I think Grok says You can even use like a shallow lid or something like that, but you want to have about 2 inches of the beer to pour into it. That's what is recommended. And yeah, so I'm just going to fill in the rest of the dirt. Use my hands, kind of pack it in there. I'm getting a little dirt in the container, but I don't really care. I mean, it's a trap for slugs. They're not that picky. So just pack it in there. I mean, there's probably should be packing it in a little bit better, so I'm gonna do that with my feet. Careful not to step on any of the precious plants, because that's what we're trying to protect after all. And of course, I did drop this earlier. The thing that's going to help this thing to succeed. So really frothy. It's about 2 inches. So we've got the beer in the trap. This is kind of fun. So now, the internet does say to replace this every couple of days, especially after a rain. But I'm not going to do that, and I never do that. I probably should do that, but it seems to be pretty successful the way I do it. I guess replace it as you feel needed and as your, I don't know, pocketbook allows you to. I just don't really. I mean, I probably should check it. I'd check it like twice during the summer. I know, it's disgusting. And it does smell after a while. Trust me, it smells, well, really bad. This is something that I don't know if I came up with this, but I don't know. I just thought it would be a good idea. I've got the lid that goes with the yogurt. I thought it'd be good to build a little roof on top of it because, well, one, it keeps the rain out, and that would take care of the problem of it filling with water and then diluting the beer, and then kind of defeating the purpose a little bit, I feel. So I'm gonna build a little roof on top of the yogurt with these simple tools. So I've got my yogurt lid that actually fits on it. It doesn't really matter if it does or not. It doesn't need to match. And then I've got these, oh gosh, I don't even know what these are called, like yard staples or something. I forget what they're called. But here's what I do. I hope this works. I've done this, it's been like a year. So I just kind of puncture, puncture. They're kind of sharp, so they puncture through pretty well. And I mean, it doesn't need to be pretty, it just needs to work. So I do like 3, so it's kind of level. You could do 4, I guess. Doesn't really matter, as long as it works. And here we go. Don't hurt myself. And then I just kind of build this little canopy rooftop over the little party that is going to be happening later in this little yogurt container. It is still open. There's like probably an inch or 2, inch and a half open for the little slugs to get in there. Remember, they're tiny. That one little guy was so tiny, like a little pencil eraser or smaller. They'll crawl in, they'll get their fill, and they'll get full too, and they will they'll be taken care of. They'll not be eating your fruit here. So this is the slug trap. It is going to be the thing that saves your strawberry patch or your summer of, I don't know, what do you make with strawberries other than just eating them, because I just love eating them. Like whatever, strawberry shortcakes. Hope you make yours and hope it turns out well. If you have any other ideas, please let me know. Other kind of containers that you use would be cool. I'd love to hear other people's ideas, maybe ways I can make this even better. I have done it too in the past, by the way. That's what was here last summer, and then of course I believe I had one right here. But yeah, hope you are finding success in your slug journey and most importantly enjoying the beautiful weather and your strawberry patch as much as I have been. All right.
So I was just thinking today about these next few days coming up.
I will be spending my last 2 days teaching this week, and it's been a very big mixture of emotions. And I was reminded of the scripture from Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. And it was really comforting to me, so I wanted to share it. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. Seek His will in all you do, and He will show you which path to take. I need to hear that now more than ever, because this is definitely a different way to end the school year, and I fully do trust the Lord with this next step. And I know I'm going to be tested, and He will never leave me. And the same is true for you.
I made it!
So what's next?